What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to Three Questions and a Song, episode number 122. With me tonight is Remy Nova. Remy, originally from Ohio. I don't know where you hail now, but
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee these days. Yeah.
I've done some Nashville interviews, usually with Dead Horse Branding.
Yeah.
So, Remy, tell the listeners and the viewers a little bit about yourself. You have a lot of accolades when I'm looking over here.
Yeah, well, how do I put it? I was a band guy, grew up playing in bands, and I spent some time in LA where I got into scoring films, and somehow learning how to score in films led to producing records, and that led somehow to me being a session singer and a backup singer, and I got to do a bunch of cool stuff that way. And now these days I'm writing my own music for a change under the name Remy Nova, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
He was a little modest in that description.
Yeah.
I'm looking over. Let me see. I know there was was it a Disney? What was the one you sang a part in a movie, famous movie, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I used to be a staff composer at a company called Jingle Punks, and we did a song for Lego Ninjago. So one of the Lego movies, and I sang.
We used to watch a lot of those here.
Oh yeah, they're great, right? And I sang a song called Operation New Me in Lego Ninjago. So that was great. I think it was. I guess I can tell this now. It was originally meant for someone very famous, and I sang just the guide track so the famous person could learn it. And the producer of the movie ended up liking my version better, so that's what got in the movie. So,
well, that's great for you.
Yeah, it was a good payday for me.
You've also been, your music has been licensed in a ton of TV shows.
Yeah, yeah.
I see more than 10,000 times.
Yeah, so it's a part of it was that was kind of part of me being at this company is I was able to rack up a lot of numbers essentially just for so it's something like 10 like about 9,000 episodes of television, and sometimes I would have multiple pieces of music in each episode, so I've never actually counted. I know it's more than 10,000, so that's the number I go with usually. So
now I'm going to get into the three questions part.
Right.
So when did you know that you wanted to be a musician? Like, what clicked?
Well, I don't really remember a time before I was a musician. So both of my parents were singers. They sang gospel music. I had an uncle who played keys, and he played with like B.B. King and some big names, and so I just kind of grew up on stage. I played violin when I was 8, and then I played saxophone for a while. But what really clicked, I think, was once my parents were out of the house and my babysitter put on MTV and Prince came on. And I think watching my babysitter, who I quite fancied, I thought she was very pretty. I think watching her reaction to Prince kind of told me I was playing the wrong instrument, essentially. Like, I need to play guitar. I need to learn how to sing and dance.
I get what you're saying there.
Yeah. So
we were talking off the air about my son playing a bunch of instruments. My daughters also play. But the bass and the guitar and the singing, which all three of them do, that's my thing. I'm getting excited.
Yeah. No, it's great, man. I mean, it's a great way to spend your time, I have to say. As a youngster, I mean, it's kind of the best way to spend your time,
If you could invite any four musicians, living or dead, to dinner to just kind of pick their brain, Who would you invite and why?
I would love to. I'd love to meet Mozart. I have to say, I grew up watching the movie, and then when I went to college, you get deep into like studying his scores and things, and he strikes me as a very strange individual, and I like oddballs. So I would have loved to hang out with him a little bit and pick his brain. Assuming I could learn German before the dinner started, but I think another one was, one of my real heroes is Jimi Hendrix. I can't even guess at the amount of hours I've spent like slowing his records down, trying to learn the licks when I was a kid. And, I still worship him to this day, so not that I ever turned out anything like him, but I adore him. I love him. Who else? I think Fela Kuti, again, because I would love to know what makes a man write a 45-minute song, I mean, they're just brilliant. Probably Thelonious Monk. He was sort of my entryway into jazz when I was a kid. And, I just blindly picked up one of his records in a record store one day, purely because I liked the cover. And
that's what today's, I'm saying this, I'm going to sound old. That's what today's youth is missing.
Right.
Because they just get, it's digital.
Yeah.
Pull it up in your app. You don't get to see the cover art. You don't get to see the story behind it, which we're going to do here momentarily. But
yeah. No, I mean, it's a shame. The young kids, I do feel bad for them that they don't know the sheer joy of like digging through 10,000 records and finding one that you take a chance on. You take it home and it's just beautiful and you love it and you listen to it for the rest of your life. You don't get that with an algorithm, unfortunately.
And they just hit skip. We had to fast forward.
Yeah. Fast forward or move the record needle if you're a little older like me. Yeah. So
I had records. I had an 8-track.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Just one, but I had one.
Yeah. I think I broke my dad's 8-track, so I don't think 8-tracks were ever part of my life. I think I was trying to turn it on and broke it. So no 8-tracks.
The 8-track I have, I can't really tell you anything about it other than it was disco music, but it had a Superman logo on it, which is
nice.
I was with my parents. I was sorting through and it had Superman. I was like, this is what I want this.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that would be enough for me. Wait, Christopher Reeves put out a disco record? That's great. Yeah.
So this next question it's not one of the three. We're not counting it.
Oh, okay.
So
bonus.
So when I see Remy Nova, I think of Remy LeBeau, which is Gambit, and then Nova, who is like a protector of the galaxy in Marvel.
Nice. Right, yeah.
So I'm curious, does that have anything to do with it?
I'd say it does, in that it doesn't. Basically, my name's Jeremy, my real name, and I just took a couple letters off and shortened it to Remy, and Nova. I wish there was some cool reason I did it, but basically it's because my dad drove a cool Nova when I was a kid, and I just liked it, and it's not so much the celestial happening, but. I have a soft spot for Novas to this day, I think.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's superheroes are kind of my thing. In fact, I'm wearing Batman right now.
Oh, nice. So you go DC and Marvel over there.
I do. My favorite two are Spider-Man and Batman.
Oh, so, great. Yeah.
Yeah. Not many people do that though. Usually it's one or the other, and they're not happy if it's not the one that they want to talk to you about.
Yeah, I was always a Batman guy as a kid, but I also liked Doctor Strange quite a bit when I was a kid too. So anyway, I guess I had a foot in both as well. So.
I'm an elementary school teacher, so my whole room is decorated in superheroes. So
nice. I bet your kids love it.
I tell you what, when they do like Christmas time and the end of the school year I get so many cool things. Like,
Yeah.
I got a little Spider-Man helicopter this year.
Oh, really?
That actually flies.
Oh,
I've
awesome.
gotten I got a couple Spider-Man Funko Pops this year.
Oh, fun, man. Yeah.
But
Oh,
and
that's
all that
great.
stuff, except for the flying one, have stayed in my classroom. That I found when they turned the flying one on, the teaching ended.
Yeah, I can
But,
understand that. Yeah.
so, third question. I think I'm going to ask you. I have some questions, like I call them the official and unofficial questions.
Ooh.
I'm going to ask you the unofficial one today.
Oh,
That
okay.
is, because you're a musician, what is the best pizza you've had? So it could be a recording session, at a show, on your way to or from a show.
Well, I gotta say, and this is just pure nostalgia talking here, but the first time I ever played in New York City, I went to just some corner shop and got a slice. And, I had grown up in Ohio. I'd never really been anywhere up to that point. And the first bite kind of blew my mind, because I was used to like Pizza Hut and Domino's, So having my first slice of New York pizza kind of blew my mind. And I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever had pizza before. This is like a new thing, So, but there's a good place here in Nashville I quite like called 5 Points Pizza, which is the closest thing I found to a New York slice in this town. So, yeah. But I don't know what that place was called, or New Yorkers might look down on it. I don't know, but it was my first New York slice, so I love it, to this day.
I have told this story multiple times on both podcasts, but the last time I went to New York, I went with my parents and my kids and my wife, and I said, I'll go, but we have to get pizza while we're in New York, and we have to get a hot dog. Well, none of us like the hot dog on the street, and we got the pizza in New Jersey.
Well, isn't there a town in New Jersey that's supposed to have like the best pizza? I thought there was one there, but I forget what it was called.
I think we were in Newark, which is like right on the other side of the river. But
so not the pizza mecca you were hoping for, yeah.
No, but
yeah.
I mean, it was good pizza, but it wasn't my part of the deal.
Right. Someone didn't hold up their end, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're at that point where I'm going to ask you about your song, but before we do that, let's let everybody know that they can find you at jeremylittlemusic.com.
Yeah.
And all the socials are on there as well. So now the song that we're featuring tonight is called OD'd on Gummy Weed. And I've listened to it a couple times over the past couple weeks, and I re-listened to it today. And I'm sitting there and I'm picturing like Alice in Wonderland. And with that said, I'm going to let you tell us about the song.
Yeah, well, it happened one harrowing night in Hollywood. I was catching a plane from Nashville to LA, and on the plane was this musician who I had idolized since I was a kid, and I knew him a little bit because I was on the same tour with him once. And he said, hey, we're having this rehearsal. Why don't you come and sing? Sit in with us. And I said, sure. So, get off the plane. And at this point, I had just weaned myself off Xanax. And I was kind of taking edibles to kind of fill the gap while I was weaning myself off. And so I hit a dispensary first thing off the plane. And so I buy some gummies, and I say to the guy, how many of these can I take? And he said, well, have you taken edibles? I'm like, yeah, I've taken edibles. So he's like, oh, well, you could probably take 4 or 5 and be okay, And I said, wow, okay, yeah. And so I popped one. I met these guys for dinner, and everything was going fine, but I felt nothing, And I'm pretty sure anybody who's taken edibles has had my story. So I popped another one. And then another one, and thinking like I'm still well within the range, But once when they kicked in, I realized I had made a terrible mistake, and so I had to make some apologies and get out of there and call an Uber to take me to my friend's apartment where I was staying. And, getting into an Uber when all this stuff is hitting you is not easy. It pulled up, and there was a long time of me just looking at my phone because I was paranoid. I was like reading the license plate going, "Are you Tom?" Like, "Yeah." "Are you Jeremy?" "Yeah, yeah, okay." "Are you Tom?" "Yeah." "Are you?" And anyways, I got into the thing and took me to my friend's apartment, which I'd never seen at night. I'd only seen it in daylight. So it took me a while it took me, I'm guessing around 45 minutes to get from the car to in the apartment. And then I just spent the rest of the night regretting my life decisions at that point. And, some time passed, and I was with one of my friends, this blues singer named Jake Labatz. And, I was telling him about it. He said, "You got to write a song called OD'd on Gummy Weed." And I just kind of laughed about it. But then maybe 3 years later, I was putting a beat together and I just was kind of chanting along with it. And the first words that came out were OD'd on Gummy Weed. It's like, oh, wow, I think I can write a song about that. So that was sort of the inspiration,
So just real quick, you recorded every part of this, correct?
Yeah. I'm the only musician on this, and I produced it and mixed it myself. And then my buddy Hans Deckline mastered it, and he's fancy. He has a couple Grammys and all that. So, yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment. We're going to listen to OD'd on Gummy Weed. I do want to thank Remy, for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, it's been so fun. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And once again, everybody head to jeremylittlemusic.com where you'll be able to get this track and anything else that he has available, and go like and follow and subscribe to all his social media. And don't forget, every Friday night we release one of these. Every Monday night we have the Pennsylvania Rock Show. And also follow us on Music from the 412, where you can hear us 24/7 on, we have streaming radio, and we also have Roku and website streaming video. So make sure you tune into all of that. With that said, we're going to listen to OD'd on Gummy Weed.